Hmm. All right. Good evening, everybody. This is your boy D Mac. I'm coming in live because I just want to just discuss a few things because we're in an age right now where manhood is going through quite a transition, and a lot of people are confused on a lot of different things. And so I just want to put my thoughts out there and really try to gain some clarity on a lot of the things that have been taking place. So when we talk about man, we talk about males, we talk about manhood, oftentimes the description of a man is damn near that of a slave. He's hard working, he's dependable, he's always there for you. Hell, it sounds like a damn F-150 or something. You can put that same definition on an F-150 and it would fit perfectly. Man is not seen as anything other than a resource, I should say. And so we got to check this type of things right there, because if we don't check these types of things, then it's going to continue to go farther than we want it. And pretty soon, manhood is not going to uh, it's not going to mean anything. And I think that's what is being done purposely. You can disagree if you want. That's totally fine with me. We can have a conversation about it. I ain't tripping on that. But these are just my thoughts and how I feel about what I see going on. And so, if you're operating from a place of manhood, hey, Chicky, how you doing? Blessings. Um, when you're operating from a place of manhood, there's going to be many tests that are going to come towards you that you never even thought about. You're trying to concentrate on building lives and doing all of these different things that have been mandated on you to do. And then there's going to come these things out of the blue that's going to attack you. And, you're not going to be prepared for it. You're not going to be expecting it. And, you have to adjust accordingly and work out something that's going to protect you and everybody that's involved with these situations. Sometimes we get upset, sometimes we drop the ball, we lose it. But as a man, you have to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep it moving. We don't have time to sit around and worry about the mistakes that we made. We made it. It's done. It's time to move on because there's nothing else can be done about what took place in the past. And just move from there with life. That's what I consider, man. And it has nothing to do with gender, sex, and nothing like that. I've said this before. It's all about the character of the person and the thing that drives them and motivates them and puts them in the position that they're in. That's what I respect. That's what I acknowledge. And it'll always be like that. It's not going to ever change. So, yeah, that's all I really had to say about that. The definition of a man is not a slave. All right. We're not out here to be your F-150. We're not out here to be your dependable resource. We're out here to be a person, just like everybody else want to be treated like a person. Now men got to them. It's a sad state that we're in, that men have to be asked to be treated like him. Where the fuck are we at? What the fuck are we doing, y'all? This shit is fucking insane. It's stupid. And we're hung up on the dumbest, smallest, most insignificant shit because it has something to do with us and our damn vanity. We need to tighten this shit up. Everybody, not just this person or that group or no, fuck that. Everybody. We need to tighten this shit up. Because it's embarrassing now. As a human, a man of a color, a man of a shade within the spectrum of this whole color scheme that we have as human, I'm fucking embarrassed to call myself one of you. Absolutely, 100,000%. I'm fucking embarrassed to call myself a human. It's just what it is. Like I said, if you have some feelings about this, please make it be known. I do not censor anybody. I do not stop anybody from saying what they feel, because anybody who come against what I say, everything is up for interpretation. Everything is up for. You said the times have definitely changed. Yes, they've changed. They've changed so much that we're having to fight for what was the standard. We're having to fight for what was basically the beginning of our civilization, if you want to believe certain texts. So we're in a position now to where, which it was prophesied before, that we would be fighting for ourselves. Yeah. Everybody, you said everybody is for self. That's the conditioning that has been going throughout media for the last, what, 10 years or so. Everything individuality, that has been the watchword for the last 10 years or so, because they want everybody to get on uh this, you know how whenever you have depression, you get separated from everybody else. You separate yourself, you isolate so that you can wallow in that uninterrupted. So you can draw your own conclusions without somebody opposing your negative thought, because you want to be negative in those times. And so you look at all of these different people who are being influenced to be negative all the time, who are all being influenced to go out here and do the most outlandish thing, not being concerned with what the consequences to other people connected to this is. What's going on? Blessings, fam. Not conscious of the whole spiderweb effect that's going to take place, and this thing is going to affect all of these different people that are attached to you that you don't even know about, because everything we do is attached to something and somebody else that we don't even know about. Those indirect attachments. So we need to figure out what we're doing, y'all. I mean, yeah, I can just sit and talk a good game, but if I'm not out here putting it down in the streets, if I'm not out here giving a good word to people, if I'm not out here trying to be a positive example, then I need to shut the fuck up. And that's the same thing for everybody out here. If you're not out here trying to show somebody the love of the world, and you always wanting to show the bad side, and you can always complain about the bad side of the world, but you don't have no view of the good that's taking place, I don't want to hear shit you got to say. Because your perception is skewed. You don't see nothing but the bad, and you don't want to see anything but the bad. So, no, you got to balance that shit out, bro. Everything is about balance. If there's anything, the most important thing that I've found out is there has to be balance. There has to be balance in everything. If you don't have balance in everything, then you're going to always have some unstableness in your life. But when you start to balance things out in your life, that's when you get to a place to where you feel regular, I suppose. That's my normal. That's what I consider normal, is a balanced person. If you are a balanced person, then you are considered normal. The unstable, the unbalanced people who have too much going on this side and not enough on that side, those are unstable people. At one point, it was just as simple as that, to where you could determine who was a sick person who had mental health issues and who did. But nowadays, they've broken it down to such a minute, detailed thing that anybody can pick out a couple of them symptoms and say that they have this. Now they can go and find somebody who will agree with them and pay them enough money through the insurance companies to make them say, yeah, you have this. Now you can go and get this, but in order to get this, you're going to have to give up that. There's a system at play here with all of this shit. It's not a circumstance. It's not a happenstance. This shit was done deliberately to cause people to be even more weak-minded, because people will give in to these different diagnoses just in order to get a check, get a couple bucks. Yeah, it's going to make life a little bit easier financially, but what is it going to affect on the other areas of your life? Think about these things a lot, man. You have to think about these things a lot, because if you don't, then you're going to put yourself in a position to where you're going to be hurting people more than you're helping people. We've all done it. We all thought we known better. We knew what was better for somebody, even though we didn't even know what was good for ourselves. And we out here trying to maneuver in people's lives and trying to save them and trying to do all of these different things to make us feel good about ourselves. Because let's be honest, that's what it's really about. It's about making us feel good about ourselves. We did a good deed. We did this. We're a stand-up person. We putting forth this image and this reputation to people so that people will accept us, because that's all we want in the end is acceptance. Come on, let's be fucking real. This is what we do on a regular basis. So let's stop doing shit just to boost up an image and start doing shit out of our true heart. Do it out of your true heart. And when I say that, I don't mean go around and do everything good. If your true heart is to not help nobody, then do what's in your heart to do. Because God don't like He don't like an uncheerful giver anyway. So if you're going to go based off of that belief system, then you're doing everything you do in vain if you go out and do good things with the intentions of getting some blessings. So let's just be real. Let's act accordingly. Get our shit together. Tighten this shit up, y'all. When I say tighten this shit up, younger generation, I'm talking about your mind. Get your mind right. Get it out of the gutter. There's more important things going on in this world than the little bullshit that y'all be griping over. For real, for real. That little bullshit that y'all think is life or death is not life or death. All right? And I'm dead serious about that. I'm dead serious about that, because they become so disillusioned to what's important in life that they feel like they will take their life if some device is not in their life. What the hell? Wow. Have we become that weak? Have we become that weak-minded? Yeah. If you raise a child that would take their life over electronic devices or take your life. I saw a case where this woman was killed by her daughters, and I'm sure there was a lot more to it that led up to this taking place. But the thing that was the straw that broke the camel's back was the fact that their mom took their phones. And them girls went in there and murdered their mama. And now they're looked at as stupid because nobody knows all of the backstory unless you really go in and dig for the story. All you see on the imagery that is put before us is these two black girls killed their mama because she took their phones. That's what you're going to see. That's the image they're going to put out there for you. And now somebody who probably haven't really seen black people before. This is the first time they've ever seen a show in America, and this just happened to be the one they see that image. These things happen all day, every day. This is how people form their opinions of other ethnic groups. This is how stereotypes are created. And we see this shit every day, but we act like it's not there because it's too inconvenient for us to damn step up and say something about it. Yeah, we're still in the same fucking spot. All this fucking talking we've done, all of this and that, and shit that we've done have amounted to what? What have it amounted to? Let me see. Let me see the Carfax on this shit. Yeah, and this all started from me talking about man versus male. Because a lot of dudes out here who claiming they're men. Let me get this on me. Let me get this up close. A lot of you out here who claiming to be men are not fucking men at all. You wouldn't know what a man was. You're a male. You're an adult male by description. But in your mind and in your heart, the places where it count the most, you're not a man. That's not a good place to be. If you're a fabricated man, which is somebody who attach themselves to all of these different good ideas and good descriptions of what they think a man is supposed to be, based on somebody who don't know what a man is supposed to be, then you're a male adult. You feel me? That's what that is. You know who you are. We ain't got to call nobody out because it's not necessary. Anybody who knows, knows. And if you don't know, then it might just... Yeah, man, I've been cooling, man, just going through some things, rebuilding some things within my mind, rebuilding some things within my life. And really, really doing some self-examination. And man, life is... it's true what that old adage says. It says the more knowledge that you gain, then the closer you're going to be to sorrow, because you begin to see what the world is truly like. And when your eyes is open to certain things, man, shit, sometimes you want to close them and not open them again. And I'm not talking about taking your life or nothing like that. I'm just talking about you don't want to see the other side of the decisions that we make, those consequences. And we're starting to, I'm saying as a collective country in the United States, we are starting to feel the effects of a lot of those things that were done in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. Now we're starting to feel the effects, because back then they would always say stuff like, well, 20 years from now, it's 20, 30 years from now. It's here. And so we're starting to feel the effects of those things that they was talking about. It's very simple. You just follow the timeline. It's simple as hell. You say you have questions? Yes, please, go ahead. Things are worse now. Yeah, things are absolutely worse now. Everybody that said getting Trump out of office would make things better, have it made things better? You tell me. I wait. I got all the time. Oh man, I got all the time today. Said, how are things with the family? Much better or worse? Um, I can't say it's better or worse. It's just what it is right now. It's just what it is right now. Whenever you make certain decisions, whenever you decide to Am I getting the support that I need? That's a great question. That is a great question. I feel like I am. Um, 'Cause everybody has a ram in the bush. You know, when you think there's not going to be anybody there for you, there's that ram in the bush. And I do have that in my life. I do have somebody to encourage me. I do have somebody to, speak positive affirmations into me and to help me through my rough times. I do have that. I'm blessed to say, yes, I do have that. Um, So we have to stop being against one another and come together never to hell in a handbasket. You know, I agree with that, and I've been saying that from day one. And the only way that I can see it happening is if we can accept people for who and what they are, period. Not them conforming to our way, not them conforming to what we think, not them conforming to anything, but saying, despite our differences and despite what our what our whatever is, we have a bigger fish to fry, and we need to go ahead and attack this and tackle this so that we can get a settled playing field. If we do decide to address the issue between us, we won't have all of these different things in the back that are lingering and that are interrupting and that are being a deterrent to what we're trying to do as far as settle our differences amongst ourselves. But we got this thing back here to fix first, and then we'll address our stuff. It's a collective effort from everybody, and nobody's going to be willing to do that as a collective group. There's always going to be somebody who has a problem with everything. So, what is the answer? Take that person who has a problem with it and kick them out of the member group? Okay, well, if we do that, now we have this grown group who's going to grow and grow and become more bitter, and then they're going to become an enemy, a formidable enemy, because they came from within our camp and they understand the foundation of what we stand by. This is what we're doing in our society. We're creating enemies who started off as friends, who started off as family. This whole individualized mentality that's been pushed on people over the last 10, I'll even say 15 years or so. Is to separate us, mind, body, and soul, so they know that when we come together in unity, that every governing body has to bow down, basically. You seen what happened on January the 6th, and that wasn't even us as a collective with everybody involved. So just imagine if it was, you see what I'm saying? There's power in us being together, and the people who know that are the ones who work the hardest to keep us apart. That's it. I mean, take it how you want it, but that's just the truth of the matter. So we keep on fighting the wrong damn people all the damn time, and I'm sick of fighting my people, man. I love y'all. I don't hate y'all. I don't want to direct my anger and my hostility towards y'all. I want to direct that towards the motherfucker that it's supposed to go to. I ain't doing that shit no more with nobody. None of my people. I don't give a fuck what you got to say. I don't give a fuck what you got to do. I'm not aiming that shit at my people no more. We done spent fucking decades aiming our damn hatred at each other. You ain't got no fucking reason to hate that person, but you'll make one up. You'll dig and dig until you find a justification to go for your fucked up, skewed ass view. That's what we do. I ain't doing that shit no more. I'm not aiming my hatred at my people no more. I don't give a fuck. Whoever I ever had a beef with, whoever I ever fucking talk crazy to, and you talk crazy to me, dead that shit. It's done. It's squashed. I ain't fuck that. I don't have time to push my energy towards you who really can't do anything to further or to lessen the cause. Aiming that shit at the people who deserve it, at the people who it's gonna matter. And, that's the class system that we live in. It's not about who you know. I mean, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. So, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And, all of y'all out here who identify as a man, be on some man shit. Just like that. Yeah, just straight up like that. If you're going to identify as a man, you better be on some man shit. Because it's coming at you. Whether you're a man biologically, whether you're a man by surgery, whether you're a man by identity, whatever the fuck caused you to make you want to identify as a man, you better be on some man shit. Real fucking rap. So I am. Yeah, I came out as bi. And I tell you what, my jab didn't get no motherfucking weaker. My right hook didn't get no damn weaker. It didn't get any slower. Guarantee you that. My temperament didn't go nowhere. My character didn't change. Nothing changed in my life other than people's perception of me. That's the only fucking thing that changed. But I've always remained the same. And because other people's perception change doesn't mean that I have to follow anybody's expectations of a stereotype. Still the same Mac. You run up on me, I'm gonna beat that. But yeah, I thank you for the question. I thank you for checking on me mentally and emotionally, because that's a very big thing that you work on when you go through separation from a life that you invested in. So many people involved in those situations, man, and it's a very, very traumatic thing in life, because you are changing the entire landscape of your life midway through your life. Or what is the projected midway point? So there's a lot tied to it, man, but shit, I ain't never been the type of person to run away from a challenge or a battle. I never will. And this is just a new chapter in my life that's gonna open up something about to pop off, because your boy been working. Your boy been behind the scenes doing some things and trying to get some things in order. Let's just say I'm working. And I'm gonna continue doing that. I'm gonna continue being me unapologetically. That's all I can really do Because if I didn't, I would be a disservice to my people, man. I love y'all. I'm about to be out. This your boy D Mac, man. Much love to all of the free thinkers. All of the free thinkers. Much love to every last one of y'all, man. I love y'all. Blessings.